Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lucky Fortune English. I'm Vincent,
And I'm Jenny.
and we are so excited to be back with you all again for another deep dive.
Yeah, this time we are going to be looking at something a little bit different.
That's right.
Yeah.
Um, we always talk about the fascinating world of language and culture here, but this time we are taking a little bit of a detour into the stars.
Ooh, the stars.
Yeah. Specifically, we're going to be unpacking a 2025 horoscope for all of our Gemini listeners out there.
All right, Geminis, get ready.
Yes. So if you're a Gemini, this is the deep dive for you.
That's right.
We're going to kind of go over the overall energy of the year and kind of delve into what the stars might have in store for you in terms of love and career.
Oh, very important. Love and career.
Yes, very important.
It sounds like it's going to be quite a year for Geminis.
Really?
Yeah, 2025, it's all about transformation.
Okay.
Setting the stage for some major shifts over the next 7 years.
7 years. That's a long time. What's going on?
Well, the big news is Uranus entering Gemini from July 7th to November 8th.
Okay.
And this transit is known for shaking things up and pushing you out of your comfort zone.
Oh my.
Think of it as like a cosmic nudge to embrace new possibilities and break free from old patterns.
Okay, so for all of you Geminis out there listening, does this mean, sudden career changes or like moving to a different country?
Not necessarily.
That's
It's
right.
more about an internal shift, like a change in perspective that opens you up to new experiences.
Hmm.
You might find yourself drawn to new hobbies that you never considered before,
Right.
like learning a new language, maybe picking up a musical instrument, or even taking up rock climbing.
Oh, wow.
Anything that challenges you and helps you see the world in a fresh new way.
That's fascinating.
It is.
It sounds like this Uranus transit is really about kind of embracing the unknown and expanding your horizons.
Absolutely. And this theme of exploring new territory is further emphasized by Saturn and Neptune briefly transiting Aries.
Okay.
Now, Saturn is all about structure and discipline, while Neptune is about dreams and intuition. Oh, interesting.
So this combination suggests a shift in your life, vision, perhaps a pull towards exploring spiritual themes or connecting with your inner wisdom.
So it's not just about, trying new things for the sake of it, but also about connecting with a deeper sense of purpose.
Exactly. It's about integrating your newfound interests and experiences into your daily life and using them to create a life that truly aligns with your evolving values.
I'm sensing a theme of self-discovery emerging here.
Yes.
It's almost like 2025 is inviting Geminis on a journey of exploration, both internally and externally.
That's a great way to put it.
Eh.
And, Geminis with your natural curiosity and thirst for knowledge, you're perfectly equipped for this journey.
That's right. Geminis love to learn,
They do.
always trying new things.
Mm-hmm.
Our source encourages you to be open to new friendships and connections this year.
New friends.
Yeah, you never know who you might meet or where these relationships might lead you.
That's right.
Speaking of new connections, the source mentions,
Obscure and slightly exotic charms as something to be open to.
ooh, that sounds interesting.
That does sound interesting.
What could that mean for our Gemini listener?
Yeah, what could that mean?
Well, it could be anything that sparks your curiosity and feels a little bit out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Maybe it's a new friend who introduces you to a different culture, a travel opportunity that takes you off the beaten path, or even a book that opens your mind to new ideas.
Okay.
The key is to be receptive to the unexpected and embrace the unknown with a sense of adventure.
So don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and explore something that might feel a little bit different or unfamiliar.
Right.
It could lead to some amazing discoveries.
It really could.
Now, as you kind of embark on this journey of exploration in 2025,
Yes.
there are certain astrological periods that are highlighted in our source as being particularly potent for growth and connection.
Okay.
These are times when the planetary energies are aligned in a way that supports your evolution and helps you manifest your desires.
Ooh, I like that.
So let's break down these key periods
Yeah, let's get into it.
and see what they have in store for Geminis.
Okay. The first period to mark on your calendar is from January 28th to February 14th.
Got it.
During this time, Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, will be in Aquarius, the sign of innovation and unconventionality.
So how will this energy affect our Gemini listeners?
Well, for one, you might find yourself brimming with creative ideas and feeling a surge of motivation to take action on them.
Wow.
It's a great time to brainstorm new projects, explore unconventional solutions to problems, and just think outside the box.
Hmm.
You might also find yourself connecting with people who share your innovative spirit and who bring fresh perspectives to your life.
It sounds like a time for embracing spontaneity and allowing your creative juices to flow freely.
Absolutely.
Now, the next key period to pay attention to
Yes.
is from May 26th to June 9th.
Okay.
During this time, Mercury will actually be transiting your own sign, Gemini.
Ooh.
I bet that's a powerful alignment.
Yes, what kind of energy can we expect during this transit?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
Well, this is a time when your communication skills are supercharged.
Supercharged.
You'll find it easier to express yourself, connect with others, and get your ideas across.
Amazing.
It's also a fantastic time for networking, attending industry events, or even exploring career paths outside your usual field.
Oh, wow.
The source also highlights the potential for travel during this time, suggesting you might meet influential people or stumble upon exciting opportunities while on the move.
So it's a great time to expand your social circle, share your talents with the world, and be open to new experiences, especially those involving travel and adventure.
Exactly.
Now, the final key period we want to highlight falls between September 18th and October 6th.
Okay.
During this time, Mercury will be in Libra, the sign of harmony, balance, and partnerships.
Libra?
This sounds like a time for building relationships and finding common ground.
It does.
What specific advice does our source offer Geminis for this period?
Well, this is a time when your charm and diplomacy will be at their peak.
Oh, nice.
You'll be able to connect with people from all walks of life, build bridges, and create harmonious relationships. It's an excellent time to focus on public relations, raise your profile in new environments, and put yourself out there.
Oh.
The source even suggests taking on leadership roles or organizing events to really make the most of this energy.
So 2025 seems to be offering Geminis a dynamic mix of introspection, creative exploration, and outward expansion,
I like it.
like a three-part symphony of self-discovery.
A symphony.
Now, I know our listeners are also eager to hear about the love forecast
Yes, the love forecast.
for Geminis.
What does 2025 have in store for their hearts?
Yeah, what's going on with love?
Well, based on the source, 2025 seems to be a year of stabilizing your love life and emotional states.
Okay.
Even if you've been a long-term single or skeptical of relationships, you might experience a shift towards building lasting connections this year.
That sounds promising.
It is.
Which periods are particularly auspicious for love and romance?
There are actually several periods to watch out for. The first one runs from February 4th to March 27th, and then again from April 30th to June 6th.
Okay.
During this time, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, will be in Aries, the sign of passion and action.
Ooh, that sounds fiery.
It can be.
What can Geminis expect during this Venus and Aries transit?
Well, for one, your allure will be heightened,
Oh.
and you'll likely attract more attention than usual.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're single, it's an excellent time to put yourself out there, be bolder in your pursuits, and even try online dating.
Oh, wow. Online dating.
You never know who you might meet.
That's right. You never know.
What about those who are already in relationships?
Yeah. What's going to happen to them?
How will this Venus and Aries energy affect them?
Yeah.
This can be a time of renewed passion and excitement in your relationship.
Yeah.
You might feel more spontaneous and adventurous together, trying new things and reigniting the spark.
Oh.
However, this transit can also highlight any areas of incompatibility or resentment that have been simmering beneath the surface.
Yeah.
So it's also a time for honest self-reflection and communication. If the relationship isn't serving you, you might find the courage to move on.
So it's a time for embracing passion, but also being honest with yourself about what you truly want in a relationship.
Exactly.
Now, another period to circle on your calendar for love
Yes.
is the month of July, specifically from the 4th to the 31st.
Okay.
This is when Venus will be in your own sign, Gemini.
Ooh.
Wow, that sounds like a truly magical time for love and romance.
It can be.
What's going to happen?
This transit highlights your natural charm, wit, and playfulness.
Wonderful.
You'll be drawn to people who share your intellectual curiosity and zest for life. There's a potential for a whirlwind summer romance, especially if you're open to meeting new people while traveling or exploring new social scenes.
Summer love. Who doesn't love a good summer romance?
All right.
And finally, the last period we want to mention for love
Yes.
falls between October 13th to November 6th.
Okay.
This is when Venus will be in Libra, the sign of harmony and balance.
So this sounds like a time for more stable and committed connections.
Exactly. This transit favors relationships that are based on mutual respect, shared values, and a sense of partnership.
It does.
If you're single, you might meet someone who feels like a true soulmate, someone who you connect with on a deep and meaningful level.
Wow.
If you're already in a relationship, this can be a time for deepening your bond, rekindling the romance, and finding new ways to support and appreciate each other.
I like it.
It sounds like 2025 offers Geminis a dynamic and exciting journey in both love and career.
It does.
But before we get carried away with all the possibilities, we need to take a moment to catch our breath and unpack all this information.
Okay.
We'll be back soon to continue our deep dive into your 2025 horoscope.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're ready for more astrological insights as we continue our deep dive into the 2025 Gemini horoscope.
You know, I'm always ready to talk about the stars.
Me too.
Before the break, we were discussing some pretty exciting periods for love coming up for Geminis in 2025.
Yes, we were.
We talked about the passionate Venus in Aries transit, the potential for summer love with Venus in Gemini, and finally, a period of harmony and stability with Venus in Libra.
Yes, that's right.
That last period from October 13th to November 6th
Yes.
is when Venus's influence shifts towards building strong and lasting bonds.
Yes, it is.
It's a time to reflect on what truly matters to you in a relationship and to assess whether your current partnership aligns with your long-term goals.
Right.
So for those Geminis who are already coupled up, this period encourages a thoughtful evaluation of their relationship.
It does.
What about single Geminis
A good question.
during this Venus in Libra transit?
Yes.
What can they expect?
Well, this transit is known for bringing opportunities to meet someone special, someone who feels compatible on a soul level.
Wow, a soulmate.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
What will that be like?
The connection is likely to feel effortless and natural. Okay.
With a strong sense of mutual understanding and shared values.
Okay.
It's not about fireworks and drama,
Okay.
but about finding a partner who brings peace and harmony to your life.
That's wonderful.
It is.
It sounds like 2025 is a year for Geminis to really prioritize their emotional well-being and seek out connections that bring joy and stability.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Now let's shift gears back to career for a moment.
Okay.
Remember that first key period we discussed?
Yes.
From January 28th to February 14th with Mercury in Aquarius.
Yes.
You remember?
The one where our creative juices will be flowing and will be inspired to think outside the box.
Exactly.
Okay.
During this time, Geminis should pay close attention to any unconventional ideas or projects that pique their interest.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So what should they be doing during this time?
Well, don't be afraid to experiment, challenge the status quo, and explore solutions that might seem a little out there.
So it's not a time for playing it safe.
It's a time for taking risks and embracing innovation.
Precisely.
Oh, okay. I love it.
And this experimental mindset will be incredibly valuable
Okay.
as we move into the next key period
Yes.
from May 26th to June 9th when Mercury enters your own sign, Gemini.
Ah, yes.
You got it.
The period known for amplifying communication skills and creating opportunities for career shifts.
Exactly.
Okay.
This transit heightens your natural ability to connect with others and express yourself clearly and persuasively.
Okay.
It's a time when networking can lead to incredible opportunities.
Mm.
And you might find yourself drawn to explore career paths that align more closely with your passions.
So cool.
It is.
The source specifically mentioned the possibility of encountering someone influential while traveling during this period.
That's right.
So should Geminis be traveling during this period?
Well, whether it's a business trip or a vacation,
Okay.
being open to new connections while you're on the move could open doors to exciting collaborations and projects.
It's amazing.
It's a reminder to always be ready to seize the moment
Got it.
because you never know where inspiration might strike.
Sounds like Gemini should have their passports ready and be prepared for adventure.
Indeed.
I love that.
And finally, let's revisit that last key period from September 18th to October 6th
Yes.
with Mercury in Libra.
Okay.
This transit supports Geminis in showcasing their talents,
Oh, nice.
raising their profile, and making a lasting impression on others.
Wow. It's like all the groundwork laid earlier in the year culminates in this period of public recognition.
Exactly.
Wow. I love it.
You'll have a natural ability to connect with people, build rapport, and present your ideas with grace and diplomacy.
Amazing.
This is a time to step into leadership roles,
Okay.
organize events, or take any opportunity to share your expertise and make valuable connections.
Wow. 2025 sounds like a whirlwind of opportunities for Geminis.
It does.
Both personally and professionally. But before we wrap up, I want to address something that might be on some of our listeners' minds.
Okay, good point.
We've talked a lot about these astrological transits and their potential influence.
Right.
But what about free will?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Do Geminis actually have a choice in how these energies play out in their lives?
That's an excellent question, and it's important to remember that astrology is a guide, not a set of rigid rules.
Right. It's not deterministic.
Exactly.
So there's always choice involved.
Always.
Okay.
It offers insights into the potential energies and trends that might be present during certain periods,
hmm
but ultimately you have the power to make choices and shape your own destiny.
So our Gemini listeners shouldn't take this horoscope as a prediction of their future,
No,
but rather as a roadmap that highlights potential areas for growth and exploration.
precisely.
Okay, I love that.
It's about understanding the cosmic weather, so to speak,
hmm
and using that knowledge to make informed decisions that align with your goals and aspiration. You have the power to choose how you respond to these energies and create the life you desire.
That's a great way to put it.
It is.
It empowers our listeners to take ownership of their journey and use these insights as a tool for self-discovery and personal growth.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it.
Now, before we move on to our final thoughts for Geminis in 2025,
Okay.
let's take a moment to acknowledge that this is just one interpretation of the astrological energies at play.
Hmm.
There are many different schools of thought
Yeah.
and approaches to astrology,
Okay.
and we encourage you to explore and find what resonates with you.
That's a great point. Astrology is a vast and complex subject, and it's important to find the perspective that feels most empowering and insightful for you.
Yes.
I'm eager to hear what final words of wisdom you have
Okay.
for our Gemini listeners as they navigate this pivotal year.
Well, I think the key takeaway for Geminis in 2025 is to embrace change and step outside of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to experiment, explore new interests, and connect with people who inspire you.
Yes.
This is a year for pushing boundaries,
Mm.
challenging yourself,
Hmm.
and discovering hidden talents and passions.
So in a nutshell, be bold, be curious, and be open to the unexpected.
That's it.
Welcome back to Lucky Fortune English. I feel like we've covered so much ground already in this deep dive into the 2025 Gemini horoscope, from Uranus shaking things up,
Yeah.
to Venus bringing the love vibes. It's going to be an exciting year.
It really is. We've explored how 2025 will be a year of transformation, pushing Geminis out of their comfort zones and into a realm of new experiences and self-discovery.
Right. And with all these key astrological periods influencing love and career, I bet our Gemini listeners are feeling ready to take on the world.
Absolutely. But before we wrap things up, I'd love to leave our Gemini listeners with a few final nuggets of wisdom to carry with them as they navigate this exciting year ahead.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hmm.
What are the key takeaways for Geminis in 2025?
Well, first and foremost, remember that this is a year for embracing change. Don't resist the urge to shake things up and try something new. Whether it's a new hobby, a new career path, or even a new way of thinking, be open to exploring uncharted territory.
So step outside that comfort zone and see what adventures await. What else should Geminis keep in mind as they navigate 2025?
Trust your intuition. With Saturn and Neptune transiting Aries, you'll be more in tune with your inner voice this year. Pay attention to those gut feelings and hunches. They might be guiding you towards something truly special.
That's great advice. It's so easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and ignore those subtle whispers of wisdom.
Exactly. And finally, don't forget to nurture your relationships. 2025 offers amazing potential for connecting with people who share your values and inspire you to grow. Make time for the people who matter most and be open to forming new bonds that bring joy and support into your life.
So to sum it all up, 2025 is a year for Geminis to embrace change, trust their intuition, and nurture their relationships. Sounds like a recipe for an amazing year.
It truly does. Remember, horoscopes are meant to be a guide, not a rule book. You have the power to create your own destiny. Use these insights as a springboard for self-discovery and growth, and see where the journey takes you.
I love that. We've explored the possibilities, highlighted the potential challenges, and hopefully empowered our Gemini listeners to make the most of this exciting year. But before we say goodbye, I want to remind everyone that horoscopes are just one lens through which we can understand ourselves and the world around us.
That's right. There's so much more to discover, and we encourage you to continue exploring different perspectives and finding what resonates with you.
Well said. And for all of you Geminis out there, be sure to let us know how your year is shaping up.
Yeah, and how accurate we were.
Yes, exactly. We love getting feedback from all of our listeners.
Yes, we do.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Gemini horoscope.
We had a lot of fun.
Yes, it was a great time.
If you did, be sure to subscribe to Lucky Fortune English for more explorations of language culture and the fascinating world we live in.
And don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences with us on social media. We love hearing from our listeners.
We do.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. Goodbye.
See you again.